It's a little windy out today, but I need to get some trees cut. I have some oak that died from, I think, oak wilt, but I'm not an expert on that. This tree is actually leaning out into my yard, and rather than clean up all the branches after I cut it down, I'm going to pull it, and I'll show you how I do that. I'm going to pull it, drop it right on that other stump over there. First, I'm going to cut my wedge in the general direction of where I want the tree to go. Then I am going to cut from the backside. I'll start, but you're going to want to cut. See, the tree is leaning like almost straight to the left. So what I want to do is I want to cut on that side first, just in case it would pinch my saw. Then I want to put my wedge in there, and I'm going to cut quite a ways in. I'm going to stay away from the right side. I'm trying to drop the tree straight away from the camera. I had to stop for a minute because I needed to get something to hammer the wedge in. I just cut a small tree and then cut a hammer out of it. And just so I could hammer it in a little bit. So I've got that wedge in there, so it's not going to come back on me. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to cut from the front side a little bit. Now, you got to have a sharp saw to do this, otherwise you'll get pinched. And you got to be real careful. You cut from that front side and you get the tree will actually tip the direction that you're removing the sawdust from. Sometimes you can go a little bit too far, and then it'll pinch your saw, so you got to be careful. So now the tree's going to start going, and I'll just keep cutting a little bit. There, it's starting to go. See it pull and twist right there. As you can see, my chain got kicked off of my bar, but you'll see that tree twist. I left that little section on that one side to pull the tree to the right, and it went right in between the other trees where I wanted it to go. That's a pretty big tree. Now you'll see on the stump there's that little part sticking up there. That's what pulled the tree over. Now, normally I would have cut that off already by the time it hit the ground or before it was breaking out of the tree, because that will ruin the end of your log, and you'll have to buck your log off maybe 4 or 5 inches, sometimes even longer than that. I have several trees to cut. This one here is going to be the biggest one. It's probably 22 inches on the bottom there. And this one is dead also, this clump of trees. Now these are red oaks, and I think they have oak wilt. I'll be cutting several trees down today, and they're all dead trees. I would never cut live trees. This is on my property. The benefit of the acorns that come from the oak trees far outweighs the use of the wood. The deer, turkey, and wood ducks utilize those acorns for food, along with the squirrels, of course. Again, you want to keep cutting as the tree is falling so it doesn't split. And then you need to get out of the way and also be looking up for widowmakers that'll get you, which you'll see further in the video here. One almost got me. I will not be cutting these into logs right now. Otherwise, I'd have to seal the ends of the logs. And I'm just going to get the trees on the ground before it warms up too much and I damage other trees and the bugs get inside of them also. Like I said, these trees are dead. You can see on this one the bark is actually missing, falling off already. Now this is one dead tree in a clump of 3 that I'm going to cut down right now. And this tree, I actually cut it all the way off and it would not move. It was entangled up in the top, and that's an issue. It's a very dangerous situation. I do end up getting the tree down, but it one of the dead limbs on it almost took me out. That's why you always need to be looking up. I just blocked the branch with my arm in time. And if I wouldn't have been looking up at all, it would have hit me square in the head when I was standing up straight. It was quite the chore and quite dangerous to get the rest of the tree down. The only other way you could do it is if you had something to pull the tree down, and I didn't have anything like a tractor or anything to do that, so it's pretty dangerous. In the clump, and I only wanted to take that one. So dangerous stuff. There it is. We got a few trees down. I'm probably just about out of gas. These were all dead trees, so I had to cut them while it was still frozen out. So as you can see, that one there is, most of the bark is coming off it already up at the top and right there. That'll conclude this video. You can log on to my website at spikehornwoods.com. Find me on Facebook at spikehornwoods. And you'll find me on Rumble at Spikehorn Woods. Also on YouTube at Spikehorn Woods. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.